When we're talking about cumulative frequency versus relative frequency is basically the percent in the interval. And so when we do this, it kind of looks like it's going to be sort of like a histogram, except for there's percentages on the left side. Cumulative means that you are going to continue to build up data, and so this always is going to start from 0 and work its way up to 1, and it goes up by whatever percentile or percentage is in the interval. So this one is always going to be increasing. So taking a look at example number 1, we basically have a cumulative and a relative frequency graph. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first do the relative. So I put all of the numbers in my calculator and I edited it from lowest to highest. And so we are going to go from 0 to 10. So I count up that there were 2 out of 49 in this column, which gives me a percentage of 0.04. And I'm going to use this again when we get to the other one. So we're going to go from 10 up through 20. So when I go and I check, I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10. 10 out of 49. Alright, and 10 out of 49 is 0.204. So if I'm rounding to the nearest thousandth, that was 0.041. And then from 20, including 30, I'm going to count up 12. And so when I take 12 divided by 49, that's going to be 0.245. From 30 to 40, alright, so I'm just going to do 7 out of 49. I'll get the percentages in a minute. I'm just going to go through and count them so that I don't have to keep going back to my table. We got 6 out of 49. From 50 to 60, we had 7 out of 49. From 60 to 70, we had 1 out of 49. From 70 to 80, we had 1 out of 49 again. And from 80 to 90, I counted 3 out of 49. So, coming back here, we got 3 out of 49 is 0.061. 1 out of 49 is 0.204. Nope. 0.020. And 7 out of 49 is 0.143. And 6 out of 49 is 0.122. Alright, so I have my relative frequency on the left hand, my time to get ready on the right side. So this is going to be 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So over here, since my highest number was 0.245, I'm going to go 0.05, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. So for the first part, I got 0.041, which is about right there. Then from 10 to 20, we got 0.204. Oops. And then we got 0.245. And then 0.143. 0.122. 0.122, 0.143 again. 0.02 for the next two, and then 0.061. And that is my relative frequency graph. So now the next part is to do the cumulative frequency. So over here, I'm going to put down how many, including the ones that we passed. So we're still at 2 over 49 over here, which is still 0.041. But now the 2 plus 10 more means we're up to 12 over 49 over here, which turns out to be 0.245. Now we have to add this 12, so we're now up to 24 over 49, which is 0.490. I add another 7, and I'm at 31 out of 49, which turns out to be 0.632. Add another 6, and we're at 37 out of 49, which means we're at 0.755. Another 7 is 44 out of 49, and that's 0.898. 45 out of 49 is 0.918. 46 out of 49, 0.939. And then 49 out of 49 is obviously equal to 1. So this time, give myself a little room here. This is time to get ready. And over here is cumulative frequency. So I'm going to start down here at 0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, let's see if I have enough room, 0.5, let's see, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, nope. So 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, and this will be 1 right there. So having said this, we are now going to start at 0. Let's see. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So I'm going to start at 0, 0. I always start at 0, 0. And then when we get to 10, I'm at 0.041. So that's about right there. So I draw a line between the 2 points. Then for 20, I'm at 0.245, which is above 0.2. So I go to there. Then we go for 30 to 0.49, which is there. And then we got 0.632 for 40, which is about right there. Then for 50, we had 0.755, which is about right there. Then 0.898. Then 0.918. Then 0.939. And then finally, for 90, we had 1. And there's my cumulative frequency graph. Because most of my data is over here, I'm basically going to say that this is going to be skewed to the right because it went up fast, and then basically there's little data up here. Okay, it's going to be hard for me. I'm just going to try to explain what's going on from this next problem. So in this problem number 2, you're given a cumulative frequency graph. And it asks for the percentile, or it asks for the age. So what I want you to do is I want you to go over, so it says what is the percentile for the 50th percentile, what's the age. So here's 50, and I want you to go across 50 until you hit the curved line that they have in there. And then I want you to go down. And when I go down from 50, it looks like the average is about 41. So the 50th percentile, I would say, is 51 years old. For part B, I start at 35, I go up, and then I go over until I get the percentile. So for part B, that looked like it was the 30th percentile. So I'll give you a moment to try this again with 80th percentile. So for the 80th percentile, you want to go over and then as straight down as you can. And the 80th percentile, to me, looks like it's at about 52 years. And finally, what is the percentile of 55-year-old? So the 55-year-old would be, I probably drew that a little bit high on this chart just because I don't have it. But it looks like it's somewhere in between 80 and 90, so I would probably say that's the 85th percentile. Alright, the last problems we're not going to do together, so example number 3 we'll save for tomorrow, and I will be back on Friday.